Hi guys, welcome to Sourcing Classes. This is Hima Hegde presenting before you the Anthropological News Diary for the week. To begin with, let us look at the topics under light for the fortnight, that is for the last 15 days, 12th of July to 24th of July. Firstly, we have archaeology and the corresponding topics. Similarly, the tribal affairs. It continues. Likewise, we have the physical or biological anthropology, and the detailed elaboration for each of these topics is provided in the A&D document, that is the Anthropology News Diary document, that is being uploaded on a regular basis in the official Sourcing Classes website, that is www.sourcingclasses.com. Kindly pay a visit. Here are the topics under light for today. First one, human evolution into athletes. The Onge tribe, Klinefelter Syndrome, then the scheduled tribes in India. So first one, human evolution into athletes. Now there are 5 ways in which human beings have evolved into athletes. Firstly, we run. The ancestors of modern humans have walked upright since around 4 million years ago, when members of the genus Australopithecus first started spending more time on the ground than in treetop habitats. Evolving to bipedal changed a number of things about the human skeletal structure. Our pelvis is shorter and wider than that of the living primates. This is because we move by exerting force mostly through the muscles in our butt and legs rather than along our backs and shoulders as a knuckle walking chimp would. Nextly, we sweat. When we compare ourselves to other living primates, one of the most noticeable differences is a lack of body hair and the fact that we sweat. Now, thermoregulation, that is the body's ability to maintain an ideal temperature, is critical for all mammals, but human beings are unique in our capacity to sweat all over our bodies, creating evaporative cooling. Next, we throw. While the bottom half of our body has evolved away from an arboreal style, our upper body still retains traits that we inherited from our tree dwellers. Our glenohumeral joint, the ball and the socket connection between our upper arm and the scapula, allows us to swing our arms around in a full rotation. This is a very different type of mobility from that of quadruped animals that don't swing in trees, that is a dog or cats, that is front legs. For example, we could use the primarily swing back and forth and couldn't perform a butterfly swim stroke. We on the other hand can. Like the cats and dogs cannot obviously perform the butterfly stroke in the swimming, but human beings can due to the kind of rotation we have, and also the kind of throwing sports that we have, where it involves javelin throw, discus throw, that is possible by human beings easily. Next, we are handy. Human hands are unique in their dexterity, which has evolutionary roots as early as 2 million years ago. Then we play with balls. Many species of animals play, but humans are the only species to play games involving organized rules and equipment. We not only play by throwing, kicking, or otherwise propelling balls or various materials, we sometimes do so with bats, sticks, or rackets. So that's about it. Moving on, we have the Onge tribe. Now the Onge are an indigenous people of Little Andaman. Now Little Andaman is one of the Andaman Islands in India. Traditionally, they are hunter-gatherers. They are one of the Andamanese people and are designated as a scheduled tribe. They are semi-nomadic tribe and fully dependent on the food provided by nature. They have been provided with pakka houses, food, clothes, medicine, etc. by the administration. They eat turtles, fish, roots, jackfruits, etc. They have developed artistry and crafts. They live in houses made up of bamboo, grass and other natural material. The Onge consider that pregnancy in a woman is only possible with the help of a spirit that lives in the sky over Little Andaman, and the soul of the baby is transferred to the spirit. Moving on, we have the Klinefelter Syndrome. Now a question on this, a direct question, appeared in the UPSC CSE examination. So let's understand what exactly this is. Now the Klinefelter Syndrome is a genetic condition. It is a genetic condition that results when a boy, it is seen in the boy, when a boy is born with an extra copy of X chromosome. Extra copy of X chromosome. The Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic condition affecting the males and is often not diagnosed until adulthood. It may adversely affect the testicular growth, resulting in smaller than normal testicles, which can lead to the lower production of testosterone. Like in female we have the estrogen hormone being produced, in the male we have testosterone. So now this particular case can lead to the lower production of testosterone. The syndrome may also cause reduced muscle mass, reduced body and facial hair, and enlarged breast tissue. Most men with Klinefelter syndrome produce little or no sperm. They produce little or no sperm, but assisted reproductive procedures may make it possible for some men with Klinefelter syndrome to father children. Now, speaking of signs and symptoms, they can be varied. They widely vary among males with disorder. Many boys with Klinefelter syndrome show few or only mild signs. The condition may go undiagnosed until the adulthood or may never be diagnosed. For others, the condition has a noticeable effect on growth or appearance. Now, if we were to speak of the causes, now Klinefelter syndrome occurs as a result of a random error, that causes male to be born with an extra sex chromosome. It isn't an inherited condition. Humans have 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs, including 2 sex chromosomes that determine a person's sex. Now females have 2 X chromosomes, that is XX, and males have 1 X and 1 Y, that is the XY chromosome. A number of complications caused by Klinefelter syndrome are related to low testosterone levels. Now testosterone replacement therapy reduces the risk of certain health problems, especially when the therapy is started at the beginning of puberty. Moving on, we have scheduled tribes in India. The question on this topic also has been asked in the UPSC CSE examination. The characteristics of the STs in India has been asked, and a short note on SCs and STs has been asked before. So moving on, firstly, the term scheduled tribes first appeared in the Constitution of India. Now the Article 366 defines scheduled tribe as such tribes or tribal communities or part of or groups within such tribes or tribal communities as are deemed under Article 342 to be scheduled tribes for the purposes of this constitution. I repeat, such tribes or tribal communities or parts of or groups within such tribes or tribal communities as are deemed under Article 342 to be scheduled tribes for the purposes of this constitution. This is as per 366. Now Article 342 prescribes procedure. The Article 342 prescribes procedure to be followed in the matter of specification of scheduled tribes. So the President may, with respect to any state or union territory, and where it is a state, after consultation with the governor thereof by public notification, specify the tribes or tribal communities or the part of which the group or the community for the purposes of this constitution and is deemed to be scheduled tribes in relation to the state or union territory as the case may be. The parliament by law may exclude, the Parliament may by law include in or exclude from the list of from the list of scheduled tribes specified in the notification issued under clause any tribe or tribal community or part of or group within an tribe or the tribal community within, but save as aforesaid, a notification issued under the said clause shall not be varied by any subsequent notification. Thus, the specification of scheduled tribes in relation to a particular state or union territory is notified by the order of President. It is notified by the order of President after consultation with the state governments concerned. These orders can be modified subsequently through an Act of Parliament. The article also provides for the listing of scheduled tribes, state or union territory wise, and not on an all India basis. The criterion followed for specification of a community as scheduled tribes are the indications of primitive traits, distinctive culture, geographical isolation, shyness of contact with the community at large, and backwardness. This criterion is not spelled out in the Constitution but has become well established. It subsumes the definitions contained in the 1931 census, the reports of the Backward Classes Commission 1955, the advisory committee, that is the Keralkar community on the revision of SC/ST list, the one in 1965, and the Joint Committee of Parliament on the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes orders. So that's about it for today. Hope you found it informative. Thank you.